Okay. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear listeners. Here is my webinar on social network analysis, health information seeking behavior of Twitter users during COVID-19 pandemic. This is based on my research, on my thesis research. Here we are going to have kind of the mix of two topics. One is health information seeking behavior. The second, which is kind of medical side, and social network analysis. That's network analysis of Twitter users. Objectives of the webinar. We will hear about the coronavirus discussions, which is health information seeking behavior. Twitter users, they are searching for an information through Twitter. What kind of questions they are asking, and how do they find the answers, and what kind of misinformation they may lead. Second part is social network analysis on how to do the research on network. The third part is on software that was used for this social network analysis, the tool. The fourth part is the practical example. To practice it, you will need to download, but as far as we do not have so long time to wait, I will just show what I have here. And then later on, I will send you, you will have, of course, a link, and you can do the same at your own pace. Previous works on social network analysis was done by Wasim Ahmed and by these researchers, as you can see here on the screen. Let's say Wasim Ahmed, he did social network analysis on Ebola discussions on Twitter. These researchers were able to track the flow of the disease from the retrieved data. Also, the research on COVID-19 tweets, related health information behaviors, also on swine flu, on mental health support seekers, and on misinformation. What kind of conspiracy theories were going on there on the Twitter, etc. For instance, Sign states that it is crucial to study and understand the conversation surrounding the fast-moving COVID-19 pandemic through the lens of social media. Because many people these days, they are searching an information, especially related to health, through social media. In many cases, they just face misinformation or any kind of conspiracy theories. What is health information seeking behavior? Health information seeking behavior is just an activity to search an information from doctors or from social media or from authorized web pages. Some people search from WHO website, some people from FDA website, and some people just go to the whatever social media and open and face whatever they face and read the information that comes over there. And they may, well, let's, I can switch off. No, I would like to stop video. Yes. And let's say here is an example on tweets, 5G Bill Gates COVID-19 related misinformation. The Twitter account encrypt@Sphere has tweeted, the internet of zombies and dead people. That pretty much sum up with the intention of AI, human control. Q95 thanks Bill Gates and the New World Order's less than 1% elite comes. Then he gives, this is the first link is for his Twitter account. And second link, he gives as a proof for his tweets. But in general, this the second link leads to just a general website talking about 5G related. But it's not an authorized source. It's just a little website created by someone. That's called kind of fact checking, and there is no evidence that this website is true or not. And we have a lot of discussions going on Twitter. For example, here, every dot is Twitter account. This is the first example on figure 1 is tweets related to 5G, Bill Gates, and COVID. Every account is tweeting tweets like on this topic, right? So in the group G1, G2, G3 means group 1, group 2, group 3. So these accounts are tweeting, and they deliberately spreading the information related to Bill Gates and 5G and COVID-19. On the second figure, you can see tweets are related to hydroxychloroquine tweets. So groups like this, very little groups, they just tweet and mention and reply to each other. They just discuss the tweets. But the group here, J4 and J1, they are spreading deliberately the information, the tweets. As I told health information seeking behavior, a lot of Twitter accounts, they search for an information on coronavirus. Let's say here, is coronavirus spread by people without symptoms or something like this? There are a lot of questions coming up here on Twitter. And the most asked questions based on the analysis were these questions. Does COVID-19 exist? It was in the very beginning of the pandemic, as this research was done from the February till June. What is the origin of the virus? What are the symptoms? What are the safety measures, etc.? And as you can see here, does COVID-19 related to 5G? Or let's say, when places for relaxation and recreation will open? Most asked questions. Then, social network analysis. It's called netnography, as it is the research on the network. For example, software and Viva is used for qualitative research, SPSS used for quantitative research. The same for my research here, it was NodeXL that's used for social network analysis. What does it do? Let's say NodeXL, Crackplot, and Usenet is softwares for social network analysis. And they do the collection of the data, the retrieving data from the website. Data analysis, all calculations are done inside the NodeXL program in my case. Data visualization is also done by the program, by the software. And exactly the NodeXL works through the API, which means application programming interface. There's no need to know the coding on how to work on, know how to code, right? That program is does all the calculations. So data collection takes approximately 10 minutes to retrieve 18,000 tweets. In the end of this webinar, I will show you on how to retrieve data, and I will retrieve only 100 as not to take your time too long. Also, you can use any hashtags or any keyword to retrieve data. For example, in my case, I retrieve data through keywords or through hashtag COVID-19 and libraries, or you can use whatever keywords. You can use the same Boolean operators, and data is retrieved for the last 7 days, and NodeXL does itself the data collection, analysis, and visualization. This NodeXL software works on Flickr, on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Facebook. I mean, I would like to mention that Facebook just recently closed the access for researchers for retrieving data, but they are working on it. Social Media Research Foundation, they are working on opening the access for researchers. But Twitter, YouTube, and Flickr, you can do your social network analysis on the 3 social media. networks. This is just to show you how it looks like. Here is on internet you can find graph gallery. All kinds of research are done and visualized like this. You can show up, you can hide the profile photos of Twitter accounts that are tweeted for any topic. In my case, that's related to misinformation and COVID-19. How it does look. This looks as an add-on right here. That's inside the Excel. When you download it, it's downloaded and you can work on social media. Just it's very self-explanatory and it's very easy to use compared to other softwares. On your social network analysis, you can find out, let's say COVID-19 and Bill Gates related tweets. You can find out the top URLs, the top words, top hashtags, and top tweets that were discussed on the network. Here I am giving the link for downloading. Here is the basic version and pro version. For students, it's only $30 to buy the pro version, but also you can use the free version. It works. The only thing, it's not automated. You have to set up yourself. You can do social network analysis in any language, not only in English. Just by using the encoding web page, you just encode, let's say in this case, we encoded ШБТ, which is Школа библиотечных технологий, but you can do the same as for any word, for any keyword, for any hashtag, and it will encode it for searching inside the social media. In Russian, in Kazakh, or whatever language, in Chinese or in Arabic. This works in any language. This is how it looks like, data retrieving and analysis. As you can see, as I told you, you can show the main influencers of the network that are spreading the information. It may be true, it may be authorized, it may be misinformation. So you can see the data for the tweets. As I told, 18,000 tweets you can retrieve at once. You can hide the dots, just dots. They are just hidden. So here I'm showing you the top word pairs in tweets. The topic was related to library, so this way. Here you can see tweet library or admin no, safety measures. These top words come from the tweets from top used words, right? Help staff and so on. And as you can see, the size of the dots means as bigger the dot, as more network has exactly this account, and as more tweets are sending to others, spreading the information. And colors also mean each color is different groups. So now I can show you a little bit on retrieving data, how it works. I'm gonna use COVID-19 and libraries response, or just the libraries. And after this practical part, you can ask a question. I can come back to the presentation and explain more detailed or whatever. Okay, now I would like to, this is how it works. So let's begin from the very beginning. Social Media Research Foundation, as you can see here. So here I have already downloaded, so I have Pro version. I'm gonna go for NodeXL Pro and import the data. As I did my research on Twitter, I go for Twitter search network and type here hashtag or just keywords using any Boolean operators. Let's say COVID-19. And library. So I will retrieve not 18,000, but let's say only 100. Here you can see your Twitter account. As far as I have a Twitter account and it is an authorized, no need to go this site. When you open first time, you should go for Twitter account, create an account, and then authorize it. It's very self-explanatory. The instruction is there. Later I can give you. Authorize the NodeXL inside the Twitter account so that you can work on it. So let's go here. It will take, 1 or 2 minutes to retrieve. Later, I can explain the description of the graph that I did for the research and I showed you, but hopefully it's understandable. If not, I can explain more detailed. Okay, so actually, it takes too long time.
And actually, we can use the same strategy, the same application for YouTube and the other program, right?
For Flickr, yeah. Yes. Here, I don't know why it takes too long time, but I can show you here, for instance. This is how it looks like. When you retrieved your internet connection is unstable. I don't know why it's set unstable. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because it says that the internet connection is unstable. I don't know why. Maybe that's why I cannot retrieve here data, but I can show you here. This is what I retrieved before the session. For example, here the vertex 1 and vertex 2 is okay. It comes up. Okay, this is how it works. As you can see, we just retrieve data from Twitter right here. Here you can see tweets, retweets, mentions, and replies. In the very first column, you can see vertex 1 means the Twitter account sending tweets to the vertex 2, to Twitter account, to another Twitter account, or just sharing the information. And right here, you can see tweets here, tweets. So let's open this one, right? Something related to scientists. Scientists from Hong Kong, including UEG Week 2020 experts Hu Qingji and Ji are making international headlines by bringing the new factor of intestinal flora into play in COVID-19 research and blah, blah, blah. So this is how it is retrieved. So also here you can see many tabs, hashtags, media, and also you can see here vertices. You see, here are another calculated websites, top URLs, top words, group vertices. Let me group. For example, here you can group by cluster. Let me show you the graph. This is how it works. You see, the Twitter accounts are here. Here, each dot means the Twitter account. They are sharing. As far as we retrieved only 100 tweets, so that's why groups are like this. The very little groups. Let me show you one more case. Here, you see the drop-down menu here. It says the first one is circles, the second one is disk, and the 11th is image. 11th is image. That means that if you put here the 11, that will show the image of the profile. It didn't show because we need some group options to shape it here. For some reason it didn't work. We have to set up it a bit earlier. Okay. In general, this is how it works. So as I showed you, here, you can hide or you can show the profile photos. Exactly in my research, let's say exactly this one, I had the profile photos. That was the requirement from IRB. So, but this one is just an example from their web graph gallery. For some reason right now I didn't set up. So it is going to take a little bit more time. Show graph metrics. Graph options, vertices. Okay, okay, I will not take too long time from your. Now, if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Anargul, for your interesting presentation. And it was really useful to learn about new software like Node Excel. And my question is, so earlier, yes, you used to collect data from the Facebook social network, right? And in comparison with...
What was the question? No, I didn't retrieve the data from Facebook because they just recently closed their access for researchers for retrieving data. So that's why I did it on Twitter.
Yes, I see. But previously, when you had when Facebook gave access to researchers, have you ever collected data from Facebook?
No, for me, I didn't. But there are a lot of research on Google Scholar you can find easily. There are, the Node Excel software was created in 2010. So a lot of researchers they did it, and just last year in 2020 they closed the access. In 2019 October, I think they closed the access. So for the last 9 years, there are a lot of research done and published already.
I see.
I did here, I think, exactly here. This research done on Twitter and some of them done on Facebook. I'm not sure which one, but some of them done on Facebook. So yeah.
Thank you very much. So actually, I think it's really interesting, and personally, it's new for me because I have never thought that we can collect data from social network, but now I know how to do it. Thank you very much for sharing such experience.
If you have any questions in the future, of course, I will share this presentation and you will have access for the links. But if you have any questions, you can ask me via my email, aisanalieva@nu.edu.kz.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think we have no questions for now. So thank you very much for your information. This webinar will be uploaded on the YouTube channel and everyone will have a chance to watch it again.
Okay. Thank you.